187センチ、98.7 キロ、ワレンティン・モルダフスキー。
I can't imagine the pressure he's got on his shoulders, having to take up. I mean, if he's got to fly back to Russia and face Fedor and say, well, the same guy beat both of us, that wouldn't be not a fun flight back to Moscow.
You know what? It's just a mind game for this guy right now.
Yep.
He has to get that out of his mind and worry more about himself emerging victorious. Yes, you want to represent Fedor. Yes, you are part of Team Fedor, but this is about me right now. I got to worry about myself and nothing other than have a clear mind because I'm taking on Karl Albrektsson, a monster.
Well, we're going to see it as the action starts up.
What are you expecting from both of these guys?
You know what? I really don't know. And I think neither one really knows what to expect from the other as well. They're kind of filling each other out here. Little inside kick on the knee. Valentin.
You're seeing the feints from both guys. A little different, obviously, from Moldavsky.
Yep.
Whereas Albrektsson is kind of just,
yep.
What are you going to do when I throw my right hand?
Albertsson's staying really tight and in the pocket. Moldavsky's kind of inviting him on the outside. He's trying to get Albrektsson to open up and step in. So I think they're just trying to see like how fast each other are. And I'm thinking Valentin's looking to kind of sneak in a quick shot in on him.
See that takedown coming?
Nice.
Oh, a nice combination landed there by Valentin.
Yeah, and Albertsson's doing a great job keeping that right hand up. He's not really keeping a lot of pressure on Moldavsky, though, right now. But he's definitely keeping the center of the ring. Oh,
nice. He throws that very, very nice. It doesn't even load up on it.
No. Both men extremely quick.
This is where you're saying you probably thought Moldavsky was looking for any opportunity to clinch and get a takedown.
Well, and this is where you see the ring making such a difference. Moldavsky's able to get Albrektsson in the corner. And Albertsson's doing a really good job of keeping his hips back and keeping from getting taken down now by Moldavsky.
When a guy has double underhooks on you like this, how important is it to make sure you keep those elbows as high as possible?
Pretty important, but it's more important to keep your hips back.
Yes.
And now Albertsson's kind of getting on the inside and kind of creating that space, which is good. But Moldavsky is getting those hips up. You see, he's getting his hips up as close as he possibly can. And for Albrektsson to escape here is going to be very, very difficult.
In order to escape, because you were mentioning this during one of the features there, it's far more difficult to escape from a corner in a ring than obviously in a cage because the way the angle here. What does Albrektsson need to do to get out of here? He's got to
create that space. He's got to create that space and get the hips away from each other. You see now, even Moldavsky's doing everything he can, even by sticking his upper body up as high as he can and getting those hips in as close as possible to Albrektsson. And that's keeping Albrektsson not only pinned up in the corner, but also keeping him from escaping.
In terms of the right underhook that Albrektsson has right now, how important is it, do you think he's got to raise it up and then he's got to trap that other arm there to be able to get that spin and get out?
I mean, really, the most important thing for him is just trying to create space. He's got to create that space between him and Moldavsky. And now
or do nothing and keep it close to the referee will do it for him. Oh, Vanderlei was saying that should have been done earlier, it looks like.
Well, and I think
attempted high kick there, left high kick.
And actually, I'd like to see Albrektsson being a little bit busier with his jabs. He's done a really good job with that right hand, but he's kind of waiting a little bit too much. He's not taking the fight to Moldavsky. And you're seeing Moldavsky trying to use his speed and quickness and stay on the outside and look for an opening. But I'd like to see Albrektsson a little bit busier with that jab. If he'd use the jab, he'd set up his right hand much, much better. Again, he's backing Moldavsky up into the corner. This would be a fantastic opportunity for him to launch a really good forward-coming attack. But both men really just being careful and filling each other out.
So he bobbed there, landed a left hook, but now it's Moldavsky picking it up, getting far more confident. You see a little bit of rhythm, a little pep in his step right there.
You're right. But Albertsson's got to stay busy, and he's waiting a little bit too much. I'd like to see him throw a little bit more jabs. There you go. He's switching his stance up, southpaw. No, not back to traditional. And what you're seeing Moldavsky doing is he's trying to get his attention and get Albertsson's attention by keeping his hands on the outside and then kind of coming in for popping shots. Neither man's really wanting to step out on a limb and open himself up too much, which I think shows the respect that each fighter has.
35 seconds left in this opening round here. Thus far, are you giving this round to Moldavsky?
Man, this is a really even round. Yeah, I mean, if there's a slight edge, I might be giving it to Moldavsky, yeah. Nice takedown. Yeah. No, and Albrektsson right back up.
Great job.
Very, very good. And a good knee, great knee. And that's what Albrektsson needs to start doing, is creating the space, launching knees. It looks like he got caught a little bit on the right eye.
No damage.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic fight. This fight, very, very interesting, very technical so far.
I mean, you talk about a fight in Japan. I love the fact that the crowd is so quiet, very respectful of the fighters. So quiet, not only can we hear them breathing, you can hear when their feet are on the mat. Literally, it is so quiet as they're sliding, going left to right. And I mean, you tell me. I mean, you fought all over this globe, fighting in Japan. What's it like to be competing in front of a crowd that is virtually silent?
That's really funny. I mean, when you're in the fight, you're not really worried about the crowd that much. But afterwards, when you're thinking about it, you're like, man, there was 30,000 people there, and I didn't hear a peep out of them. So yeah, that is crazy, especially having fought in the States in front of much smaller crowds that are much more raucous and loud. It is interesting, but yeah, when you're in the fight, you're not paying attention to really anything except maybe your corner. You know, it could be in front of 100 or 100,000, and you're not noticing it.
No real work done on the cut over Albertsson's eye, and to me, both guys still look fresh.
Yeah, I think Albrektsson really needs to come out now and use his size advantage. He's really got a little bit busier standing up, but he definitely has to be respectful of Moldavsky. Valentin is very, very dangerous. There you go, staying busy with that left hand there. That's exactly what we need to see from Albrektsson in this fight.
Do you feel both guys need to really pick up the pace here now to really make a definitive stance that, you know what, I won this fight?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think Albertsson's behind on the scorecards right now after the first round, so he needs to step it up a little bit, at least pick this round up to get into the third, or try to work for the knockout. I'm definitely going to say that the clinch positions have gone in Valentin's favor. I think the clinch, he seems to be a little bit better with that. I'd like to see Albrektsson really work more for like a head clinch, try to set up some knees. But here again, this is working in Valentin's favor. You can see he's getting the underhooks, and he's going to try to do like a leg sweep on him. And there you go. You see Albrektsson keeping his hips back, keep him getting taken down. Valentin going back. Oh, he's using the ropes.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if we see some yellow cards tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You aren't able to do anything of that nature to protect yourself, because right now, as it stands, no pun intended, this fight should be on the ground.
Well, it's not. But yeah, I know, I get what you're saying. Now, I don't know that Moldavsky's going to be able to take him down there from the high crotch. Albertsson has the whizzer over there on the left side, but I don't know that he's going to be able to capitalize on it and get out. With his hips, you see his hips are trapped now. And Moldavsky's doing a really good job staying in, putting all his weight.
Oh, a beautiful left hook off the exchange there.
Yeah.
Or off the break, excuse me.
Oh, nice. And here's where Albertsson's got to come in. Again, this is not in Albertsson's favor. I don't know why he's clinching. He needs to stay, keep his space, and try to launch. He might be a little bit dazed from that left hook.
Yeah, and he's throwing his own left hook right there.
There,
he has
right
slowed
landed.
down a little bit there. I think Moldavsky's going to say he's landing some nice shots here.
We're going to see some ground fight now.
Albertsson holding on here, obviously trying to clear his head here, but a great job by Moldavsky landing those punches. We saw there, Albertsson was slowing down as he was throwing those hooks. Moldavsky recognized it and said, you're going down here.
And a great butterfly guard, actually, from Albertsson.
First sweep here, trying to get up, create some space.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Albertsson's guard here. He's doing a fantastic job. He's tried 2 different reversals, 2 different sweeps so far. Doing a good job of keeping Moldavsky tight. He's being very, very mobile. He's trying to get up.
If you're Moldavsky, do you not want to disengage and get this fight back to the stand-up
No,
where you were dominating?
I don't think Moldavsky's dominating standing up, actually.
They dropped him.
I mean, he's caught him a few times, but I don't know that he feels that he's the most dominant in that position either. I definitely would say that if Albrektsson could step up and get some combinations in there, I think actually he could be the dominant fighter standing up. I think Moldavsky's using a lot of distractions trying to get in and get the takedown, and that's where I think he wants to be.
He's controlling his Swedish opponent as we speak right now, not giving him much space, sticking onto him like a wet blanket. Looking for a slam here.
Albrektsson doing
Nope.
Yeah. Going out for the high
Take the
leg.
legs from underneath him.
And this is going to be difficult now for the last minute for Albrektsson really to do anything and get out of this. And Vadim doing a really good job of or Valentin doing a very good job of just staying busy, staying on top.
1 minute to go in what might be the final round. A good job there, tried to escape there by Albrektsson.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Albrektsson off his back, butterfly guard. Valentin obviously just very, very good at the takedowns and keeping in control. I don't think we're going to see, well, we've seen a little bit more out of Albrektsson than I expected on the ground, to be honest.
He's trying to break the grip there, looking for something.
Going for the Americana.
Well, he's trying to get the Kimura there. I don't think it's going to happen. He could use it as a sweep, but he can't block the right leg here. He doesn't have the ability because he's focusing on the left leg with his guard close.
Yep.
Triangle. He's probably attempting a triangle here, Heath. There. Oh.
Just trying to create that space.
Because he had the wrist. Attempted guillotine here. He's got 10 seconds to try and pull it off, but
No chance.
good job there by Moldavsky, putting his right hand over. Neither you or I are judges, but if I was a judge myself, I think I would give these 2 rounds to Moldavsky. Yourself?
Right. No, the second round definitely was all Moldavsky. Very
First round was
dominant.
very close.
First round I found to be extremely close.
Will this fight go to a 3rd round, ladies and gentlemen?
I'd like to see a 3rd. Just because I want to watch them fight one more. Right?
I don't blame you. I'd love to see a 3rd round between these 2 here. I thought for sure coming into the 2nd round there'd be a bit more aggression. They did start off pretty strong here. We saw Moldavsky. He did drop him down to the mat, looking for that finish there.
Yeah, and Moldavsky really was executing like a very unorthodox style standing up.
A lot of distraction,
really,
like you said.
And it worked very, very well for him. He was able to close the distance against a bigger man, jam move against the corner, get the takedowns when he needed. I was actually really impressed with his game plan in this one.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ小池モルダフスキー、ジャッジ梅田モルダフスキー、
That's it.
ジャッジ松宮モルダフスキー、
There you have it.
よって勝者ワレンティン・モルダフスキー。
There you have it. Valentin Moldavsky has now advanced in this openweight Grand Prix. He joins Amir Alyakbari as well as Salman Bayor in this tournament here. It is shaping up to be a fantastic tournament later on this year. We have many more fights to go here. But like you said, Heath, he can get back onto a plane